Hello, I am KADDIJATOU and welcome to another edition of the Inspirational Podium here on Support Our Own Gambian Online TV. The Inspirational Podium is a global educational platform that serves as a dynamic learning opportunity for everyone. And here with me today we have SALIMATOU. SALIMATOU, thank you for coming and thank you for honoring our invitation. So before we get into things, I will ask our wonderful guest here to kindly introduce herself.
Well, thank you so much for having me here in Inspiration Podium. I'm so honored to be here. My name is SALIMATOU, and I'm the founder of the SALIMATOU Foundation for Education. I also run a fashion brand called Fashion. I'm the country coordinator for Beauty Global Access. I'm an education activist. So my work is surrounded around education. Yeah.
SALIMATOU, we are hoping to learn a lot of things from you today.
I'm looking forward to it.
So our topic of discussion today will be the power of leadership and mentorship. So getting into things, our first question will be, what exactly do we mean when we say leadership?
Well, I believe everybody can have their own definition of leadership depending on their context. In my own definition, I would say a leadership is someone that influence, right? Someone that influence or guide people. Like you have power to influence something. You have power to influence positive change. You know, sometimes people think when you are leading something, that's like you are a leader only. But you reach a point, as long as you are somebody who is influencing a cause, you are a leader. As long as you are somebody who is guiding someone, you are a leader. Whether you hold the position or not, you are a leader. So, yeah.
So you mean all leaders should influence positive change in their society?
Of course, of course. As long as you're a leader, you should influence a positive change. Not only influencing, but also recruit and guide people in order for them to believe in your cause, and then they support you on your way.
Okay. So you can also define that as a leadership.
Of course. You know, usually when we talk about leadership, people think you have to be seated in your office, you have to lead an organization, you have to be leading a country. No, a leader can be sitting at home. But what is more important is what's the impact is the person doing? What positive change is the person bringing to the society? You understand? Even, for example, like you can be a young person in the community, right? And then you are fighting for a cause. For example, we have a young person in the country who is fighting for injustice. The person does not have organization, the person is not working, but the person is a leader because the person is fighting for injustice. And the person is recruiting other people and guiding other people as well to fight for injustice in that community. So all that is part of leadership. And the person who is doing that, the person is considered as a leader.
So what is the most important thing about being a leader?
In my opinion, it's like one of the key important elements of a leader is like vision, right? A leader needs to be very visionary. You need to know what you want, what actually you want to achieve. Not just for the sake of, I'm doing this, you understand? But you want to achieve something. For example, the example I gave about the injustice is if injustice is happening in a community and somebody is fighting for that cause, the person wants the injustice to end. So there's a vision. The vision is that injustice to end in that community. So one of the key elements is the person needs to, a leader is supposed to have a vision, and a leader is supposed to know how to communicate as well. Communication is very, very important because as a leader, you don't do things alone. You do things with people. You understand?
So you mean to say as a leader, you should do things with people.
Of course.
You should interact with people.
I mean, like if we are influencing something, how do we expect you as one single person to do that? Who does that?
No one.
So if you are like influencing people, of course you need people behind your back. If one person is standing in the community to say, this injustice must stop, and you don't have anybody behind you, do you think people will take you serious?
No.
Of course not. So yeah, that's how it is.
So as a leader, you should also see what people are going to influence positive change.
I think, yeah, it all depends on the passion. You understand? It all depends on the passion of that particular individual. Not just basically just sit and look at people that are like something is going through them and they just want to decide, to do that positive change. it depends on the place, it depends on the, sometimes, for example, like the president, right? Now just maybe you want to create a positive change in the country. You know, that's not like an individual, right? But like a country as a nation. So usually it's like that as well. Not just specifically you look at people and say, this is what I don't want it to happen to people, and let me just do the work and something like that. Now, it also depends on what do you want to achieve, what positive impact do you want to achieve. For example, if they are like breaking this building, not like legally, people can stand to say we don't want this building to come down because it's situation in a place whereby it's not affecting, you know, and it's illegal also to break it. At that moment, you are not directly to the people, but you know, the community itself, the building and so on.
So if you are leading people, you are also mentoring them. So how would you define a mentorship?
Well, you know, like there's two things. It's not all leaders that mentor people. Let me just get this point clear as well. So there are certain people that, you know, they mentor. Some people guide, not basically mentored, but they guide. Some leaders actually guide. Personally, I do mentorship program. Under the SALIMATOU Foundation for Education, I do mentorship program where I mentor young teenagers. And then, yeah, it has been successful because we have mentees that are currently doing incredible work in different fields, and now they are also mentoring other people. So that's an impactful like journey to me, and then it's something that I'm always proud of seeing.
So were you mentored by someone?
Of course. I mean, have you ever seen a leader who's not mentored by someone? Maybe. But yeah, it's either you are mentored by someone or you are looking up to someone, you are following the direction of that person. Yeah, I think let me just give it a shout out to Madijo Bate, Kausisila, you know, and a lot of other incredible people that were always there for me and mentoring me and guiding me in my leadership skills, and as well as my writing and a lot of stuff. So I definitely have people that mentor me. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot.
So you mean to say that you are also a writer?
I'm not a writer. When I mean write, I'm not a writer. When I mean write, you know, like as the head of organization, sometimes you need to know how to write project proposal. You know, you have to know how to construct sentences well, because you have to be like communicating with people, sending emails, writing letters at some point. So yeah, even you have a mentor who guides you on how to do all of that, I mean, it improves your writing skills. I think a writing skill does not only limit you to be like a writer. Some people have writing skills and they are not writers. I'm not a writer. Yeah.
So how does the power of leadership and mentorship influence success in your life?
It has a lot of influence in my life because let me start with mentorship. Because of the mentorship, I was able to achieve so much in my journey. I remember at SALIMATOU Foundation for Education when we wrote the constitution, my foundation constitution, and then I sent it to my leader right there. What he did was just looked at it and just scratched. And you know what? We took time to work on that. You understand? When I like presented it to him, I was feeling, you know, yeah, we did a great job. But when he looked at me, he said, "Why? You know how to write?" He's familiar with those kind of things, right? These are like his experts. So when he looks at them, you know, this is not good. But to us, they were good. So when he explained everything and guided us through, and then now finally I can do that alone without so much. I don't really need so much guidance and something. Even now, if I write something and I send it to him, he just has few things to write it. So I think it really influenced me a lot and has so much positive change in my life. The leadership as well creates so much positive change in my life because it's because of those leadership positions that I held shed light in my success today. They contributed a lot for who I am, what I do, things, places I go to. They were all possible through the leadership role that I took.
So you mean to say the leadership part made you who you are today?
Of course, it does.
Okay. At some point in life, we all face challenges. Can you mention some of the challenges you have faced?
I faced many challenges in life. I faced challenges of setting up the SALIMATOU Foundation for Education was very difficult. I don't remember us having activists in my family. So that was like a very challenging part in my life when I was coming up, because you have to like, at some point, like I have to attend meetings, I have to be there. You know, my family were like, I'm idling. So at some point it was like really challenging. Sometimes I have to call my organization head. Like I can remember like Mohamed Amin Sidikan activist by the time. I once called him to call one of my guardian, by then my mom was not in Gambia. So to just explain it to her so I can be able to attend the event. So it was like very challenging. But yeah, finally my family comes to them and they really understand my passion, what I want. And then setting up the SALIMATOU Foundation for Education as well has been very challenging, since it's a voluntary foundation. Setting it up, you don't have the finances to run, but you have the passion, but not like finance to do it. You cannot reach out to some of your target audience, beneficiaries. It's always like a challenge. Yeah, I think basically these are some of the challenges that I really face. Yeah.
So as a leader, what are some of the steps you should take to overcome some of your challenges you face?
I think one of the key things is, as a leader, you need to believe in yourself. You need to know who you are, what you want, and know where you're going to. You understand? Because obviously, as a leader, you're going to face a lot of numerous challenges on the way. That is for sure. There is no leader in the world that would point to say, I have not faced any challenges. All leaders face challenges. But on how to overcome them depends on your passion, depends on your willingness to create that positive change. If you don't have passion, you know, that's why usually it's advisable when you are doing something, try to have passion for it. Because when challenges come, it's that passion that makes you to cross that road. But if you don't have the passion for it, the challenge comes, you're going to leave back.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your biggest failure in life and how did you learn from that failure?
Okay, so I remember I set up a bakery, Kumpata Bakery, and it fails.
It fails?
Yeah, it fails, but let's just say, it will come back. It will come back to life. But right now, I'm going to consider it as one of my biggest failures because of the time, the resources, the plans, the vision I put forward to it. Really, I mean, I'm not seeing because I could not penetrate the market. You understand?
So you're not familiar with the market?
No, not familiar. Penetrated. What I mean, like penetrate is like, you know, the way the bakery is, the bakery business is dominated by other nationalities, not Gambians. So you hardly see young Gambian on how to see young Gambian who can bake bread. It's only people from other nationalities that lost that in the Gambia. So that's why even during Korite or eat something like that, usually bread is shortage in the Gambia because most of them have gone to holiday and stuff. So we don't have many Gambians that are into the industry. You understand? I still have passion for it, and that's why I'm not letting it go. Since it's like one of my biggest failures, since I also run a fashion brand, so once that is fully established, I'm coming back to the bakery. Yeah.
Okay. Me and my people cannot wait to go and buy bread.
Yes.
So let's talk about balancing. Because now there is something put onto you. You're not just any ordinary person. So how do you balance your life?
I'm not ordinary person?
No. There is something put onto you.
Right. Yeah, so let me just say, since I'm not a wife, I'm not a mom, I mean balancing the personal life and work, business, it's very hectic. It's not something really easy. It disturbs me at some time, but what is more important is I know what I want. So I always do like prioritize things that are like really necessary, things that are really prioritized in order for me to achieve my dreams. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and I also cannot do it alone. Parenting is not for the weak. Parenting is hard. Anybody who pass through it, you know it's not an easy job. So in that regards, I try to get help. I try to get nanny who can help me so I will be able to do some of my stuff. But like someone who fully concentrate on parenting and you want to fully concentrate work, business and all the social responsibility, I doubt if somebody can do that. But yeah, that's how I actually balance it.
Try finding nannies to help you.
Yeah, I do find nanny. And I also have spouse that is like understanding and yeah. I try to prioritize as well and just letting go some.
So when traveling, do you find nannies that will take care of your kids?
My husband does,
okay.
And my sister-in-law.
So what advice do you have for girls that are sitting at home watching you and having you as their mentors? What advice do you have for them?
I mean, I think the advice goes to all girls, regardless of whether they are at home, working, you know, regardless of whether they see me as mentor or not. But my key advice would be believe in yourself. The road to success is never easy. You're going to face a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles will come on your way. You're going to lose friends, be prepared. The people we call best friends, sometimes you're going to lose them as long as that success is coming. You're going to have misunderstanding with your family. You know, it's like, it's African setting. So there are certain times when you are focused on something, you just want to achieve that. It affects your social responsibilities. It affects your social movement, like going to hell. You understand? And all of that can affect it. So yeah, so just be prepared. But what is more important, just believe in yourself, have passion for what you do, and then have vision, and then yeah, and always take your education seriously. It's never a joke. I guess I've seen some people that graduated from high school, they don't mind like just go for their education. They just feel like it's not necessary, but it does. It is necessary.
It's necessary for your education.
It's necessary to further education, because if not, you're just going to like really low at some point. You will see your children, you grow up and see your children taking over, and then they will become your boss. But because they have choose to further their education, they have choose to take up their education seriously. So yeah.
Can you give your final word to the audience?
Final words to him. So I'm just saying, I'm going to give Sarasti here to the TV. Thank you so much for having me here. And then it's really a pleasure, and I hope to come back here next time. And then just saying everybody to stay safe, have passion for what you do, always believe in yourself, always try to create positive change in the life of other people, and always stay strong in whatever thing you are going through.
Salimatou Mune, stay strong in whatever thing you are going through.
Yeah.
So thank you viewers for watching. Please don't forget to follow our Facebook and YouTube page. And Salimatou, thank you for coming, and we hope to engage you more in the future.
Of course, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.